Hello, I'm going to show a quick demo here. Uh, it's an Abacus CAE plugin, and in this particular instance, the Abacus CAE plugin is going to be used to create a deformed model of a pressure vessel-like model structure based on some input from scan data. We have the Abacus CAE session open already. We have a simple pipe-like structure. It's already been meshed. And then we also have the CAE plugin open. It is in a module-like setup. The first module is tied to just the project information. We can use that information to potentially pass to a summary file or something related to the project or analysis that is being performed. We also have information relating to the plugin itself. Now, the next module is related to the actual creation of our model. The idea here with this setup is to select or enter information related to the scan data, then again select or enter information related to the information needed to create our deformed model. For the scan data, we can process XYZ or RTZ related input. We select our file. And then we also have a nice feature here where we can actually process to show some of the scan data in a annotated format just to see where it's located relative to our model itself. And in this case, would we have to actually translate or rotate it if it were not in the location of interest? The next part of the process involves entering information related to how much of the model are we going to, or mesh are we going to include in processing to create this deformed model. We have some text boxes here. We can enter in specific information as well as a checkboxes here. And this allows us to include information or change maybe a default. And then also a combo box or select box here that allows us to pick something. In this case, what we would be picking is a particular node set that we've created or that's already available in the model so that we could process less of the nodes than the entire model. Finally, we have some buttons up here. We have some informational type dialogues that can show up that help us navigate through the GUI. And then finally, we have a button here that helps sync up the sets or what's going on related to the plugin and Abacus CA environment. And then also we can initiate the actual move operation to create our deformed model. And then finally, we can click on this radio button if we wanted to go into the smoothing process, which is kind of similar, but allows us to work off of a model where we've already created our deformed mesh. So I've already run through a couple examples, and I'm just going to show quickly. I'm going to turn off our annotations. And in this case, we have an example where we have a lot of deformation. And we can see that it's been able to pick that up. And in this situation, we have less deformation, and we're not looking at the entire model as far as the whole circumference. We've stopped it based on how our scan data was located. And it's either if we take our sector back, we can process to see how that kind of lines up with the information. In this case, I believe we had rotated around 30 degrees, and we can see that it does line up with that. So what we're able to show here is how can we use CAE and create an Abacus CAE plugin and use this plugin to automate the creation of a deformed pressure vessel like structure based on user input and scan data from a particular text file. Thank you.